Hello love, got another review coming up, and if you watched the last video you might think this one looks awfully familiar, and it kind of is. It's a Tuborg FIÇI or FIÇI. Let me just do a quick Google, see how it's pronounced, because my research levels are already at a low rate. Let me just, I'll only be a wee second, stop me here. Yeah, okay, so just give me 1 minute. Yeah, so it's in Turkish. Yeah. Not pronounced like an English. It's pronounced like the J in jungle. So FIÇI, 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 Tuborg FIÇI, 100% malt Tuborg FIÇI. Now again, I mentioned this in the comment section of our last video as well. I didn't really have a fucking clue about what this really was. Was it Turkish or was it Danish? Because Tuborg is Danish in origin, whereas obviously this is saying it's Turkish, legendary Turkish taste. Well, I've done a bit of research and I've come up with an answer. Basically, I think, what was it? Tuborg was a subsidiary of Tuborg, you know, the big Danish company. That was like the Turkish subsidiary. They're the ones who made this. Now, for those who don't know what a subsidiary is, just think of like, you know, Disney is like a big massive company like Tuborg, and the subsidiaries is like Marvel and fucking Lucasfilm. So, you know, all the things that make fucking superhero films and Star Wars and all that shit. I don't watch it, I don't know. Well, yeah, that's what that is anyway. So yeah, this Tuborg is a subsidiary of Tuborg, or was. Apparently got bought out by some Israeli company, and that's who made this. So yeah, it's Turkish, it is Turkish, and it's not affiliated with the Danish Tuborg any longer. This is it. So yeah, there we go. It's a very ornate bottle, very dimply. It's like looks like my scrotum a bit. Same colour as well. And it's got FIÇI written on it in gold letters, or FIÇI, which is just like my scrotum. And it's got labels on it, like the shitty ones, like just like a sort of maroon colour. And it's a 500ml bottle. It's draft. There's another little one at the back. And at the top you've got a bottle top with Tuborg 100% malt. Wanker. Jesus! Right, so, yeah, if you wonder, I've just been like browsing through the telly and I've seen some show called, what's it called? Till Death Us Do Part. And the fella on it was like saying some like really mad shit. He had like a bald head and a beard and glasses, and he was like a little bit like racist. So I'm gonna leave the sound off on this because I don't want to get kicked off YouTube because of this fella, whoever he is. You know, I don't want him fucking going around saying how great the National Front is or whatever. Obviously, not a big fan of that kind of thing myself either. But yeah, I just want to review some Turkish beer. I doubt he'd enjoy Turkish beer, whoever this guy is. But yeah, it's all just a comedy, it's not real, so thankfully. So yeah, what's the percentage of this? It's even fucking say. I know it's 100% malt, but oh, hang on, 5%. 5% by volume. So yeah, this is Tuborg FIÇI. FIÇI. Yeah, J as in jungle. Yeah, okay. So yeah, let's just crack it open, shall we? It's got that ring pull thingy majig, and we're off. Right, I think that Tuborg Gold that I done like the other day was made by the same company, so subsidiary. Oh fuck. Well, the head was a bit bitter. So there's a quick review straight away. Okay, I'll give this a quick wipe. Fuck me. It's all gone tits up straight away. At least we got the research bit out the way anyway. We know how it's pronounced and we know where it comes from. So yeah, here we go. Here's what it looks like. Let's have a quick smell, shall we? It's the most basic thing ever. I still fucked up port. Fuck off. It's on a channel called That's TV. And I was only watching it because I had Shakin' Stevens on it before. I just left it on. Next thing and I see this guy just coming in talking about how much he hates black people. And I was just like, okay, fair enough. You know? Steady on with that, would you? But yeah, here we go. So yeah, let's have a... Yeah, very malty. Kind of slightly bittery. A little peppery. That's pretty much it. That's all right. But yeah, I mean, it is a bit of a sort of weird step up. Seen Shakin' Stevens in an art gallery talking about Julie, if she truly loved him, truly, you know, wiggling his legs around, doing the usual Shakin' Stevens repertoire. And then a few hours later, I'm watching this guy, who's just, well, he's a bit different, isn't he? You know, there's nothing else on, to be honest. Saturday night telly is fucking garbage, you know. Oh yeah, I know. What's this? Murder for Hire. So yeah, we've gone from Shakin' Stevens to racists to contract killings. This VATS channel is a bit weird. It's what is it? Channel 65. That's TV on Freeview. So if you ever want to go on an emotional roller coaster of insanity, then this is it. So yeah. Speaking of emotional roller coasters of insanity, yeah, I'm an Evertonian. Yay. Yeah, that's not a fucking good time right now, is it? You know, just as we thought we were getting out of the relegation zone, we're now being investigated over financial fair play shit, charged. You know, it's not good, is it? You know, there's three things that can happen really, basically. Best case scenario, we get found innocent and get away with it. Second best case scenario, we get found guilty but only get a fine. Third case scenario, and it's definitely the worst one, we get points deducted, which is not good if you're a team that's struggling with relegation every season. We won't get it this season, but we'll get it next season if we get found guilty, of course. And if we do, Mr. Machinery, this should be a fucking shot in the arm. Pay attention to the fucking fans, the Goodison faithful, every fucking home game when they say sack the fucking board. This is what they're talking about. These people are fucking grifting you. These people are bleeding the club dry. They are taking money and they are shitting all over the once proud name of Everton Football Club. Yes, I know you copites are laughing right now, but once upon a time, Everton were a proud football club. Once. And with people like Denise Baxendale and fucking Bill fucking Kenwright fucking parasitically leeching off the club, we will never be proud again. So maybe, just maybe, Mashiri, this is the fucking time to take action. Do the fucking right thing. I don't know who these American investors are you're going to bring in, but if they know how to fucking run a business, bring them in as soon as possible. Get fucking Ken right and fucking Baxter, grab them by the fucking scuff of the necks and launch them out the fucking door of the fucking main stand. Tell them that they'll never ever set foot at that fucking club ever again. They do not belong there. Fuck off. Well, I feel better for that. But yeah, so yeah, Tuborg FIÇI. We know what it looks like, we know what it smells like, but the most important thing is the taste. Will it be Tuborg FIÇI, or will it taste like an unwashed widgie? Widgie means penis, by the way. Slang. There's only one way to find out. Bottoms up and up your bottoms. There we go. Fuck off. Sticking to everything, man. It's because I spilt it before. mouthfeel was a bit boring. Not much carbonation, it's carbonation moderation. Got a bit of a grassy taste. It's a bit overly malty. It doesn't have that peppery hoppiness, a little spiciness that I thought it would. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit overly malty to the point where it's sort of, I don't really like it when it's overly malty. I mean, I can't really complain because it says 100% malt. You know what I mean? I'm kind of, you know, I'm kind of like complaining about water being wet at this point, but still, no. You know what I mean? It's, I mean, if you like the overly malty taste, I think you'd probably love this. Because it's not everything else that's attached to it. The mouthfeel isn't too overwhelming. It's a bit dull, but it's not too bad. The hoppiness of it all isn't too strong. It's there, you can taste it, you can feel it, but it's not that. It's not as strong as the maltiness, that's for sure. But all in all, it's not something I'd prefer. But I will say, if it is something you'd prefer, then go for it. You know? Yeah, it's that aftertaste, the overly malty aftertaste. That's what I don't really like. But again, if you like it, this one's for you. So yeah, I'd say pretty much all I can say really. You know, I've done enough in this video as it is. I've exhausted myself. I can't really talk more. I can't rant about it. It's not the worst. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's not really worthy of a rant. You know, it seems alright. Give it a 6. You know, again, it serves its purpose. It does exactly what it says in the bottle. You know, not for me personally, but you know, I'm sure someone else would enjoy it if you want to try it. So, yeah. And it's readily available in the UK. Own bargains. Yeah, own bargains. I mean, I'm from Liverpool. We've got own bargains in pretty much every district. So we've got about 40 of them or something. We should, because the fella who created Own Bargains is actually a Scouser, and he still lives in Liverpool. He has a big mansion in the South End. So yeah, and a helipad. Impressive. A Scouser with a helipad. Can't steal them fucking hubcaps, can you? Nah. So yeah. But yeah, that's where I got this anyway. Tuborg FIÇI, 6 out of 10. I've had worse, I've had better, but you know, that's that. So that concludes tonight's review. That's what it's called. I forgot that. It said interview for some reason, because I'm totally being interviewed right now. Hope you've enjoyed it. Got more to come, plenty more to come actually. It's all Welsh from you. That's right. I've gone from Denmark and Turkey, sort of there or thereabout, to Wales. Travelling. Yeah, and after that I will visit Hull. So it just gets less glamorous as it goes on, doesn't it really? Yeah, because not for a beer, it's for a rugby game. Hopefully, if all goes well, Hull FC playing Hull KR in Hull's ground. I think it's called the K-Comp Stadium. Yeah, K-Comp Stadium, or at least it used to be. So yeah, I'll be going there to watch that derby. It's going to be a bit violent, it's going to be a bit strong, going to be a bit intense, going to be a bit messy. And that's what we want to see, because that's a good, exciting vlog in my eyes. So, in the meantime, hope you enjoy yourselves. Take care, everyone. Signing out. Take care.